Okay. Sorry, I was in mute. I'm talking. Okay. Is it audible? My voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. So any questions from the previous class? If not, we'll go for next process.
No, sir.
Okay. So we can have the we can see that reports in ME5A, right? So with my ID, if anything which is created, that also we can check it up, or you can based on the date you can check it up who created and who created and everything, or if you know the table name very well, on that you can go with the table name and you can search it. Okay. So here you can see that create who created by. Okay, created by. Then you can give that to your mail, your ID, user ID, and you can execute that so that whatever purchase request which is created with your ID, that will display here. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we'll do, the next process will be the RFQ. So if you already know about the vendor, then it is not required to create RFQ. So RFQ, why we are creating RFQ, request for quotation? So to identify the resource. So in the P2P cycle process, once we identify the requirement, the next process will be the identification of the source of supply. That is the supplier. We need to find the supplier. Okay. So if you are not aware about that who is the supplier, then you can create RFQs and you can distribute to what are the suppliers which we have. You can send this information to supplier, then they will send the price quotations. Okay. So now I'm creating with a reference to the requisition. You can create with the with your purchase requisition. So before that, so you can see that in my purchase requisition, if you my requirement is on, when it is my requirement, okay. So my requirement is on 11 and 03 and 04, right? So if you think about that, okay, to get this stock, at least 5 or 6 days, it is required. Uh, the vendor supplying the goods to my location. So then I can say that the quotation deadline might be, I can say that within the 5th or 6th, I need to get the responded, because if I get on 11th, there is no use. Okay. So there must be some deadline for the quotation that you can enter here. Okay. So you can mention here the quotation deadline. Okay. 5th is my quotation deadline. Okay. So whatever the quotation which we received before 5th and on 5th, those are the way considering and we are validating. Okay. And you can click on the purchase equation and you can enter the PR number. Okay. And if you have the purchase organizations and other details, will be the buyer and other details. Okay. So that you can enter here. So let me go back again. I'll show you one more thing here. So when you click on the when you enter this detail, okay, once you enter this one, so I have to be enter the requisition also, because there are so many line items are there. So I will be go with the one line item. Okay. Then I will just enter that. Okay. Then the collector number is nothing but like a, okay, how you can, so the same RFQ number you are sending the multiple vendors. If I have 1,000 vendors, if I'm sending the 1,000 times this RFQ to the multiple vendors. So then every vendor, every RFQ number I have to enter when I'm comparing the quotation, price quotation. If I need to enter the RFQ number one by one, it is very difficult. So in that case, what I can do, I can do one collector numbers. Maybe I can track based on a PR number or something which is like I can mention, and I can put it like this one. Okay, so that I can have the track. Okay, so when I'm just checking that, I can check that. Okay, this is my collector number. So this collector number, what are the purchase requisition which is collected, all these will be displayed when we are doing the price comparison. Okay, and you can enter that. Okay, payment terms. Okay, and currency and Incoterms, anything which is there that you can enter. Okay, so now The system which is capturing automatically the information from the middle purchase equation, the first item which is captured. Okay. So now this item which I'm talking about that. Okay. This details we need to be captured. Adopt details. Then okay, to whom I can send this information. So what are the vendors we have in the society? Okay, that we can capture by clicking on the partners. So but I'm just clicking on the partners. Okay, so no partners here. Then I will send the vendor information. Okay, where is that vendor information? I can see here. Okay, vendor address. Okay, so I'm just thinking about that. 1000 is my vendor, first vendor. Okay, so let's enter. Okay, then I'm saving this one. So then what will happen? Okay, so the first RFQ number which is created. Okay, then if suppose I'm sending to next vendor. Okay, suppose 1001. Then when I just sending this information, okay, he is from the different language. Okay, initiate with T language or initiate with this one. Okay, okay, save. Then uh, then the next RFQ which is generated. So I have sent for the two vendors. Let's okay, we can send a number of vendors. So how many vendors are there? We can send. So every time it will be create one RFQ number. So where we can see these RFQ numbers in the table. Okay, we can see in the EKPO table. Okay, so RFQ table and RFQ purchase order and the schedule agreement contract, everything it will be there in the single table. But how we can differentiate this one based on the document category? Okay, if you go to EKKO table, the document category will be there. So here you need to select that RFQ. Okay, so then you can select your RFQ number. Then if you have the RFQ numbers, you can enter. Okay, or you can enter that your name created all are created by who created, then execute. Okay, so these are the two which I created now. Okay, so that it will be displayed in the this table. So EKKO EKPO table is the same for the purchase order and RFQ contract and schedule agreement, the same table which is okay, clear. And how we can differentiate this one? How we can differentiate based on a category, document category. If tomorrow if they are asking about that, how we can differentiate different external documents, you can say that based on the document category, each document category have the different namings, which is like A started with RFQ, KF started with purchase order, K started with contract, and L for the schedule agreement. So the entire table is for the external purchasing documents. Okay. Now you can see here the information whatever it is required, the collector number, every information which is there here, and item level also you can see the EKPO table. Okay, so this is one. Now, okay, now yeah, please.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So, RFQ is generated for only one vendor, right? If I have to
No,
generate it for another vendor,
one
then I have to create another RFQ.
RFQ number will be different, but the
Okay.
reference document will be the same. See what will
Okay.
be happen? What will be happen once you copy from the RFQ? Once you copy from the purchase equation, the details everything will be the same. But when you sending the information to differentiate each vendor, we have the separate RFQ number.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Then my next question is, what is the collective number? What is the exact meaning of collective number?
To track that, okay. So if suppose this PR number will be this collector number will be the common for all the RFQs. Okay. So
Okay.
if I have the 10 RFQ numbers, okay. So manually entering the 10 RFQ numbers. Suppose let's say. Yes, okay, I created RFQ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 RFQs which I same purchase request number, 10 RFQs which I sent. Multiple vendors, 10 vendors. 10 vendors have the 10 different RFQ numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Now I received a response from 1, 4, 7, 9, 10. Okay, so I didn't receive any response from the 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 8 or something. Okay, which I got the response only for the 1, 4, 7, 9, 10. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now I'm just going with the price comparison. Okay, so now I have the only 5 RFQs. So I can easily enter that RFQ numbers 1, 4, 7, 9, 10. If I have the 1000 RFQ numbers, manually entering that RFQ number is difficult, right? Even from and to it's not possible because some vendors they will not send this information. I didn't respond. I didn't get a response from there. They're not interested to send. So in
Okay.
that case, I'm manually entering 1000 RFQ numbers. So it's very difficult, right? So what I can do when I have entered only collector number. Okay, I will be enter only collector number. Then whatever the prices which is submitted for above RFQs, okay, all RFQs will be displayed, which is
Okay. So
connected to.
we are using it as a reference.
We are using for the identification and reference.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, got it right.
Got it.
Uh,
Got it.
okay, now here again you can see
I
here.
have one doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, can I ask this doubt in Telugu?
You can ask. No
సార్
problem.
ఏం లేదు సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆర్ఎఫ్క్యూ ఆల్రెడీ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ వెండర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు క్రియేట్ చేయం కదా సార్
Okay.
ఇప్పుడు అదే ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ వెండర్ దగ్గర మనం స్టీల్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐరన్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం అతని దగ్గర మళ్ళీ మనం స్టీల్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం ఆ వెండర్ అప్పుడు మనకి వన్ టైం వెండర్ గా తీసుకునేటప్పుడు ఆర్ఎఫ్క్యూ చేస్తామా లేదా డైరెక్ట్ గా
వన్ టైం వెండర్ అప్పుడు మనం RFQ చేయము. వన్ టైం వెండర్ కి ఇది డూప్లికేట్ వెండర్ కదా. సో వాట్ ఇస్ ద క్వశ్చన్ హియర్ యోగేష్? సో వాట్
Okay.
ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్? సో if the vendor is supplying the 2 products, okay,
Mhm.
if we are going with one time purchasing from that vendor, do we need to create RFQ?
Okay.
Okay, so one time when we are buying from one time vendor, so that is a dummy vendor. Okay, so in that case we don't need to create any RFQs because unexpectedly you are buying from that vendor. Okay, in that
Okay.
case we don't need to create RFQ. That is your question, right?
ఎస్ సార్ అంటే ఆల్రెడీ అతను మన దగ్గర ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ వెండర్ గా ఉంటాడు కదా సో
ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్
దానికి
వెండర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ PO, రైట్? ఎందుకంటే వెండర్ అనేవాడు మనకి if the vendor is already exist, okay, and we are using for some other product, then he's not one time vendor. He's my regular vendor only.
బట్
So
వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ హిమ్
you can take it, no problem.
ఓకే
Because the vendor master record is the just for the information, right? Vendor information.
ఓకే ఓకే
Okay. So if you don't have the info record number or you don't have source list, that is different. But the vendor master is the common. If you're buying the new product or if you're buying old product, whatever it may be, the vendor master is common. But there is no specifically we are mentioning the product name in the vendor master record.
ఓకే సార్
Okay. So that case we don't need to go for a one-time vendor. You can go with
Okay.
regular only. Okay. In case of if you want to go with RFQ, no problem. You can go ahead. No problem. Okay.
ఓకే సార్
Okay. Maybe he started newly. He started to sending that product. So maybe we just need to collect the information from him. We can create RFQ. Okay.
ఓకే సార్
But one thing is, if you already decided I have to buy from that vendor, then don't need no need to RFQ, right?
ఎస్ సార్
Okay. If he
because
you
we are
already
not going to send anybody
any other vendors, right?
Yeah.
So in that case we don't need. Here is we don't know to whom we need to select. Okay, so we have so many people. Okay, okay, so in that case only we'll be going with the RFQ and other things. Okay,
But there might be a case wherein, the vendor is new and what if he shows an interest at the last moment? Then,
last moment means
I mean, this RFQ is basically I am creating RFQ because I want to, I want to purchase something from my vendor.
okay,
But I have selected there are 10 vendors for which I will be generating RFQ.
okay,
And suppose this vendor, as we can say, I have not purchased it from this vendor in the past. I might not be purchasing it from this vendor in the future, but for only for this for the current requirement, I need I need his quotation, or I need
okay, so
the price.
you are decided to buy from him, or you are planning to decide when you get the price quotation?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know like what he can quote for this product.
Then you can go with the RFQ, right? What is the problem
Okay,
here?
okay.
Okay, obviously,
So
right? So here we collecting the information, right? We are collecting the information what prices he can supply. If if he is not supplying with a good price, then I don't want to buy from him, right?
okay,
So here we are selecting the selection for the vendor. Okay, that is the reason we are going with the RFQ, right?
okay,
Okay.
okay,
So if you already decided, then you have already information, then no need. Okay,
okay.
clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here again we have the print option. Okay. If you go to messages, you can see here the print will be uh, generated. Okay. So here again you have the two options here. One is further data. Okay. You can send one transaction. That means every output there is a transaction. You can generate the transaction. If you selected send immediately, then whenever it is created, immediately the system will be generating the output. Okay. So these two cases, and these are the jobs again, jobs related. Okay. Now, how it will be triggered is here. Okay. It is again NSCE configuration. Okay. So there is a configuration for the output determination. Sorry. So there is a output determination configuration. It is there here for each and every process. There is a one application type and condition records, everything which we need to be maintained. Okay, so from here it will be captured. Okay, if you maintain here, it will capture automatically, and it will pick. Okay, and again here what you need to check again communication methods, which is logically with destination. Okay, so in our real time it is like a printer printer device. Okay, so now it is not generated. You can if you want to be generated here. Okay, what you can do, you can go to ME9A. Okay, then you can generate the output. Okay, so I'll remove this. Sigma HP, okay, 99999. It is not capturing something which is maybe there must be some configuration machine or something. But yeah, we'll see again. This is 1001. Okay. So let's try it. Okay, let's try it without entering anything, and I will put the document today.
We have to create a condition record first, no, for this one.
No, I think it will be there. After it is there only it is coming, right? There.
No, so there are like four steps, right? I mean, it can be triggered. Output can be triggered using transaction. It can be triggered once it is saved, like that. So
Okay, see now here if you go to here, if there is a release strategy, okay. So there is a release strategy. That's why it is not capturing. Okay.
okay,
Okay. So again we need to be released here. Now what is the code here? The release code is yeah, okay. Okay, select the release. Now we will see the status whether it is changed to released. Okay, so now the status is released. Now let's see ME9A and we can generate. Now the output will be generated. Okay, so then you can see the output here. Okay, then once you release this one, okay, so it will generate the spool request. Okay, so if the spool will be generated and you can take a print out there. Okay, so this is what process it will be. Okay. So if the approval strategy is there, then you need to be release the approvals. Okay, and let's
Can you
see.
please,
Sorry.
can you please let me know the T codes?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if okay, I will write. No problem. I'll write that. Okay. So once it is done, then I can generate. I mean, output. What is that? Okay. So before you want to be generate output, you can see that RFQ as well. Okay, and you can generate a spool. Okay. So see here, there is no checkbox here, so still it is not generated. Now I can click on that, it will be generated. Okay, so then only the spool will be generated in the background, and I can see here the spool question number which is generated. Okay, 11.5 and 11.6. Okay, so now the transaction code will be the ME41 is the RFQ creation. Okay, ME42 and ME43 which is change and display. Okay, and ME45 the release, approval release. Okay, now think about that. Okay, we got some update from the vendor. Okay, so the prices we okay, so the prices which we got from the information, so that you can update here what are the information which is captured. So but this again, this pricing procedure will come from the vendor master record and pricing procedure. Okay, so this pricing procedure is a separate topic which we will be discussed when we are discussing about the pricing procedure. Okay, so how we will get it is a separate procedure in the material management. There will be conditions where it is condition and define pricing procedure, and here there is a steps will be there. So here you can see that the pricing procedure will be captured from here. It will be captured RM00W. So how it will capture that everything we will discuss once when we are discussing about pricing procedure. So whatever it is there, it will capture there. Okay, the pricing components, all it will be captured here. Okay, so from here you can maintain that. Okay, the price and discounts, surcharges, and any additional charges which is there, freight cost, everything you can maintain. Okay, so let's assume that I'm just mentioning that 10,000 euros. In 10,000 euros, again, I got some discount like I got something like freight, which is like 10%. Okay, so okay, 10% is freight, and I can say some discount which is like 2% or 3%, and 5% will be it. So when I enter all this information, it will be calculate based on the effective value, okay, and it will be displayed here. Okay. Then it will be, we can save that again for the 9. Again, we'll be entering the information. So this is the transaction code for ME47. Okay. ME47 is the maintain quotation. So maintain quotation. Then you can mention select and click on the conditions and you can maintain that. Okay. Here also something 10,000. Okay. And discount will be the 3%, and freight also will be there. Again, the freight also it will be like 9% or something. Okay.
In this process of freight means it's transport charges.
Yeah, delivery cost.
Oh.
Okay. So then you can save this one. Okay. So now I maintain these 2 quotations. Okay, the prices, everything. So then we need to system will compare that. Okay, price comparison, that is ME49. Okay. Now if I'm not remember that what are the RFQ numbers, if I remember that RFQ numbers I can enter. If I quotation numbers I can enter. If I don't know what is the quotation number, what I can enter here, I can enter the collector number. So which I discussed, right? Collector number is the one of the tracking number. Okay. So you can go in the ME43 and check that what is the tracking number which I entered. That collector number. So then collector number I can enter here. Okay. Then execute. So I can click on discounts and effective prices. Then the system will be comparing both. So 99, 98 it will be like price will be the 10,450 and 99 will be the which is like 1001 is the 10,572. So it will give that okay one per rank 1 and rank 2. Okay. So now when it is compared, so if you decided that okay I want to go with this vendor and this vendor, okay, what you can go if you want to be reject this vendor, I don't want to continue with this vendor, you can click on the quotation. Okay. Then there will be a rejection indicator. Okay, you can select this rejection indicator so that this RFQ we cannot use in the furtherly. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Okay.
ME47 is basic only used for entering the price. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Maintain the quotation. Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after selecting the rejection checkbox,
Mhm.
automatically the rejection letter like a printout will be
Yeah,
sent to
you can
the.
correct. You can do it. That also you can do it. Okay. So based on your vendor, so based on your client how they are proceeding, they can do it. Okay. So
Okay.
ABSCA it is a quotation rejection. Okay. Clear?
Okay. It
So then
automatically it will
yeah,
send
it will.
send
Yeah, if it is there already, if you already configured, then it will come automatically.
Okay.
So again, you can generate from the ME90 and you can do that. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is a rejection indicator. You can generate that. Okay. You can say rejection of indicator letters for relating. So this is one, or this is the details, and this is detail. If you want to go with the customization also, you can go with. Okay. So if you did the customization, what you have to do? You have to go to NACE and you need to be configure the your own smart form. If it is script or smart form, whatever it may be, you need to be assign that smart form. Okay. Oh, sorry. You need to be
But
assign your smart form to the processing routine. So here you will be have the form routine and PDF form, smart form. So that you need to be assigned here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
uh,
Okay.
how are we automatically triggering the rejection letter? Can you show that one more time?
Now, once you selected the rejection indicator button, the system will try to post here. Okay, if you see, suppose ME42, if you go to,
Mhm.
okay, so if I just go to here, this light outcome. Okay. Okay. I'll show you from there. I'll show you from there. There is a rejection button right there. Okay. This rejection indicator right there. If you select a rejection indicator, it will call the output which is we configured ABSA.
Like, but how that is triggered? That is what I wanted to understand.
So how it is triggered means once PO is saved, then how it is triggered output. It is
No.
configured.
For rejection purpose, I wanted to understand how are we.
Correct.
Is there any
That's,
standard routine that is given by SAP or
no. This is standard only directly. So AB, when it is configured for the ABSA, okay. So when there is a configured for ABSA, suppose this is there, the ABSA it is there, quotation rejection indicator. Okay.
Okay.
If you go to program, okay, this program they mapped when rejection indicator is selected, then it will be called this output.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you okay? Can you
Program.
go to the determination? No. Go. Can you please go back in NSE only?
Okay.
Can you click on procedure?
You're talking about
Yeah.
this one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There is a routine.
Look, yeah, there will be everywhere it is like right. So if you 104 it is there, okay, you
Okay.
can see that.
104 is okay. Okay.
You can
Got
see
it.
here program level they will write the logic here.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is standard one again. Okay. So again, if you want to go with customization and everything, that again you can. I think you already know in the SAP SD, right? You have that.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's the same.
VOFM is a routine.
Yeah, correct. So we don't have that in depth like slash OFM. This is, I think this is the from your point of view, right?
Yeah. This is from SD side.
Yeah. So we don't have that much. Okay. We have simple one. Everywhere we have the. So here you can see that for the orders and deliveries and everything will be
Correct.
you can write protein. But in the MM we don't have that much clear deeply. We have directly assigned this requirement type.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Now, so this is once it is done, then you can, I mean, fortunately, once it is selected, so the quotation which is selected, right? Then what you can do, you can create a PO for this RFQ. Okay, you can enter the RFQ number here. Okay, so what is the RFQ number here? Just once you enter the RFQ number, okay, then the system will automatically capture all the information from all the and including the net price, all the conditions will be captured automatically. Whatever we enter the discount, price, and price charges, everything it will be captured. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So again, the system will check that whether it is realistic or whether it is possible to get on-time delivery and okay, those everything it will be checked again based on the our planned delivery time and processing time, which we discussed right last time.
Yeah. Correct.
So based on that, that system will be checking all these information. Okay, planned delivery time and processing time. So 11 days it is there, whether it will be captured or not. So that will be asked. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a pivot creation. What will be happen here? You can see that material group and the vendor material number is different or different material number, then they can go with the vendor material number. If they have the batch related batch, they can use. If they have any barcode EN number, that they can go with that. Again, they have the vendor batch number that you can go. And vendor sub branch will be using for the if that is a separate topic vendor sub branch. If the vendor have the multiple countries or multiple regions or multiple areas, purchasing data is different for the each and every area, then you can maintain the vendor sub branch. We'll discuss this when we are talking about sub branch. Okay. And quantity conversion again, this quantity conversion and all, and net weight and gross weight will come from the metal master card. In the metal master card, the basic data once they maintain all this gross weight and net weight, that gross weight net weight will captured in the PO. Okay. So all this information will be captured from the vendor master record, and delivery schedules, which is like if you need multiple delivery schedules, like okay, on 11th you need two quantity, and 13 you want two quantity, 13 14 you want that three quantity. Like if you want to be do multiple deliveries, that also it is possible. Okay.
So I have a question here.
Yeah.
So we discussed about delivery date and the time components that are that plays an impact while calculating a delivery date. So for STO as well, we use the same time component for
So we can,
deriving the delivery date, or we use some different time component.
if you already created a info record, so do you have the info record for that? Or if you
Mm,
have the vendor master record for that?
yeah, vendor master record will be there.
Where it is vendor master record, intra-STO or inter-STO you're talking about?
I'm just talking about normal STO process. In STO process also, we
Again,
have a delivery date.
again the normal STO, there is a two process, right? Intra-STO and
Correct,
inter-STO.
correct.
So intra-STO will not enter any vendor number.
Yeah, okay.
So supply plant, we are entering supply plant, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So inter-STO, as I said, how it will be work like normal PO, it will work the same conditions for inter-STO
Okay,
also.
okay,
Okay. Clear?
okay. No, but the delivery date, that is what we are talking.
Correct,
So
correct.
if
That's what. So that's what. So this will be captured from this information which is captured from one thing from the metal master record and one thing from the info record, right? If there is info record, it is there. Okay. If suppose this info record is there, so in info record, if they enter that, what is it? Okay. So in info record, if they entered that purchasing data. Okay. So now purchasing data which is this. So there is no purchasing data which is created as of now. So that's why it is taking from the metal master card. So this 10 and 11, then 10 and 1 it is capturing from the metal master card. Okay, if you see that in last time when we discussed, right? So
correct.
it is there in the 10 and 1. Okay, 10 and 1 it is captured. But if it is there in the vendor master record, okay, the data, then it will be take from the if it is there in info record, then it will be take from info record. Why? Because especially for this material, we generally thinking about a 10 and 1 day will be taking. But for
Correct,
this vendor, it may be different.
correct.
So in that case, if you maintain info record for purchasing data and you said that 20 days for this vendor, then it will be take based on the 20 and 1. It won't be take from metal master. So the first period always it will be info record only. Okay.
Okay,
In STO, how it will be like, we don't have any info record, right? So it will be come from metal master only.
okay, got it.
Okay. That's what, right? We will get that, okay, whether the supply plant or receiving plant, they can send goods or not, right?
Correct. Okay.
Okay. So that's what. Then coming to the invoice, okay, this is delivery date again here, what delivery and under delivery and shipping instructions, okay, stock type again, quality and block unrestricted, and if there is any shelf life it is there, or if there is any quality inspection related, okay, QA control, then first reminder, second reminder, third reminder, then plan delivery cost, incoterms, and those everything it will become. Okay, if you selected this one, okay, that means delivery completion indicator. If you selected, then that means you are not expecting any other deliveries from this PO. That means there is no expecting deliveries for this PO, but it won't be. It will not be a control to do the GR. Again, it is only for the information. Okay, delivery completion indicator is the only information that will give that. Okay, furtherly, we are not expecting any GRs furtherly from this PO. Okay, that is the meaning, but it won't be controlled the GR. Okay, so the proposal will not give, but if you still want to be post, you can post it. Yeah, clear? Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay, this is for just okay. If there is any partial delivery which is completed, now you are not expecting any deliveries, then if you selected this one, then okay, this purchase order will be closed. But
Okay.
still if you are crossing that line and you want to be do GR, then you can do it. This is just for the information. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now invoices again. If you want to be post invoice, you need to be select. Okay. Again, you want to be do GR based IV. Okay. That means which I said right last time, three-way match, three-way three-way check, PO price and GR quantity and invoice uh, value. That everything will be compared based on the PO and GR, right? So if you
Correct.
selected the GR based IV, then only that three-way match will be on. Okay.
Okay.
That means based on the GR, the invoice will be posted. Okay.
Correct.
And if you down payment, if you want to do, you can select any of that down payment and you can process for that. Okay. If you want to be pay some 50% amount, okay, then it will be asked that how much down payment you want to do. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So this invoice receipt and GR based invoice, these are by default it is checked. So is it a configuration or is it
Yeah,
in the
it will
vendor
be from
master?
the vendor master. It will be there in the vendor master. Okay. If you go to purchasing data and we go for the where will go company called data. To be entered the details here. Here there is a GR based IV checkbox is there.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is basically process based. If
Yeah.
suppose for one particular vendor, I want to set up this process, then I can set this process for this particular vendor.
Vendor, correct. So if he is not following the GR based IV, and okay, we have to be pay some amount initially, and we need to be post invoice receipt, and that case, then you don't need to be select this GR based IV because GR
Okay.
if the GR based IV it is there, then invoice system will not encourage to post any invoice before GR.
Okay.
Okay. And this is the input tax code and output tax code based on each and every country. Okay, the finance team they will be created some tax codes, input tax code and output tax code. Okay, that input and output tax code you can use. Okay,
Okay.
again that will be, I think you already aware about that, but I will tell you. FTXP there is a one T code which is there, so where you can based on the country if you want to be create any tax code, input tax code and output tax code, then you can create. Okay. So there is no tax codes which is created here. So there is any tax code which is created, you can select here. Okay. So here it will be controlled. Okay. So what is the tax procedure which is mapped in the finance side, and what is the tax code, and what is this type of the tax which is input tax or output tax code, and again the condition type accounting key. Okay, BST is input tax. So you are posting 0%, 5%, 10%, 20%. That will be go to the conditional input tax code. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Actually, this one will be created by finance team.
Yeah, they will be created in the finance team. In the SPRO, if you go to financial and accounting, okay, there will be financial accounting. There you can go to general ledger account, financial accounting global. Then here tax and sales and purchaser. Okay, here you can see that there is a tax code which is created here. Okay, and you can also see that company code level, the tax determination and all it will be there. And moreover, again, they will be assigned the country level also. Okay, here they will be assigned the country level also the tax code, tax procedure. Okay, so if I have my tax procedure is in country India, then whatever the procedure which is assigned, that procedure will be over. Okay, again that tax procedure here only they will define. Okay, so sequent and defined. So these are the all tax related which will be defined by finance team. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So now what else it is there in the here? So this is one. And conditions again, condition records which is capturing pricing. So you can, if you want to do the analysis, you can do in the town. So there is a click on analysis button. You can update our analysis button. you click on analysis button, it will come that which procedure it is captured and where actually the condition record which is captured. Okay, so all this information will be coming here. Okay? And the next one, which is like if you want to be update, you can update. Okay, sometimes if it is not wrongly updated, if you want to be carry with new pricing, then you can do. And you can see the condition records. If anything which is condition record maintained, you can see that display here. Okay, and this account estimate category, again, if you are using account estimate category, then only we are using this account estimate. And the item, again, the text which you want to be displayed in the output, that you can maintain here. And the delivery address will be plant address. Okay, and if you maintain a store location address, that store location address also will come. Okay, in case if there is any address you need to change, you can change, and it will be updated with an address number. New address number will be updated. Okay, and confirmations, again, if you expecting some acknowledgement or confirmation from the vendor, that you can do from here.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
If we change address details
Mm-hmm.
for this PO, it
Mm-hmm.
will be affected for this PO or
Yeah, this will only this PO.
oh, okay.
Okay, it won't be impacted for the other POs. You are changing for this PO, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why here it will be generate the address number. Suppose I just updated something ABC or something. Okay, so when you save this one, okay, then it will be generate one address number. That is the for the tracking purpose. Okay, so tomorrow if the output if it is coming wrongly, okay, there may be a question mark will be like if there is any address which is coming wrongly, why it is coming wrongly, then you can see that somebody there updated this address manually. Okay, and this confirmation for the again shipping notification on that. Okay, and this is the retail, again that will be the different other process. Okay, and header, again header information will be different again. Here payment terms and inco terms, exchange. Okay, if you selected exchange rate fixed, if selected this one, then whatever it is there exchange rate which is a normal PO in currency, and here the currency company currency, and here vendor invoice currency. If it is different, then the exchange rate fixed will take it up. Even if it is GR invoice, if there is any changes in the exchange rate also, the system will pick it up from the PO only. If you have not selected this one, then the system will be posted based on that date what it is there, the exchange rate that it will be taken. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, so it is for the exchange rate in case currency difference that is there. If the currency is different, then if you selected this on PO current creation date, what it is exactly it is the exchange rate that it will be taken. You know, right? What is the exchange rate?
Yeah, if I have to convert INR from USD to INR or INR to USD.
So, right, INR to USD. Suppose let's say INR to USD. So one USD is equal to so let's say 72 euro, 72 INR. Okay. So it maybe it will be changed tomorrow. Right. Day after tomorrow it will be changed. Okay. So when it is a lakhs of rupees, then obviously it will be impact on the value. So in that case, if you want to be go with a fixed one, then you can go ahead.
So I have a question over here.
Hmm.
So exchange rate is picked on which date?
On creation date, PO creation date here.
Okay, purchase order date. Okay.
Yeah. When you creating, right, on that day, whatever it is there, it will come. If you selected this one, even GR invoice also, this conversion only will be happen.
Based on PO date.
Yeah, correct. If you're not selected, then GR when it is happen, GR date will take. Invoice when it is happen, invoice will take.
Okay.
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 Clear?
Got it.
Yeah, and again conditions, header condition. If you enter the header condition, then multiple line items, if it is there, all it will be affected. Header. Okay, if I 10% is right, if I enter here in the header, then for all the line items it is 10%. Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. It is header means it will be impacted for all the line item. All line items will be updated with 10%. Okay. And text again, header text, if it is common text for the all the line, can enter. And again, this is the vendor address. Okay. And communication, to whom we can reach that. And again, partners, if there is any multiple partners are there. Suppose he is the main vendor, but there is a goods recipient is different, and delivery plant will be different, and maybe invoice presented by different. Okay, in the third party, what will be happen? Maybe one person is taking order, but dispatching from the different address, right? So maybe the multiple vendors will be there. So in that case, you can use the partner function. Okay, and additional information, any collective information, validity and due date. Okay, and VAT number and all. And again, organized structure this is, and the status, which is fully delivered, off delivery, partial delivery, and payments, anything which is there. And if any release strategy which is there, that is triggered here. And this release strategy will be triggered based on the configuration again. Okay, so in the release strategy SPRO, the purchasing purchase order, every purchase requisition, purchase order, everything will be there. Okay, so you can see that the release strategy which is configured here. Okay, so that it will be triggered here. Okay, see here and S1 G1 is the one. So 0 to 1 lakh which is there. So based on this value, it is capturing here. Okay, so it is 9,500 euros. So based on this, it will be calculating. Okay, and this is one which is like, okay, down payment, it is there, down payment will come. Okay, here also we have the option like save as template and okay, other things which we there, we can use that. Okay, and again now printing also here, messages will be there, so the system will be triggering that message. Okay, once it is generated, maybe you can process immediately. If you want, you can process immediately. Okay, but in this scenario, the release strategy, once release strategy is triggered and approved, then only it will be processed automatically. Okay, so now what you need to do, you need to go to ME29 and ME29 and okay, and you can see that. Okay, you can release from here. So there is a two transaction code is there. ME29N is there, ME28 is there. ME28 is we can do individual code wise. If it's ME29N, then we can do a number of codes I can approve at a time if I have the access. Okay, clear? So last time which I we're just discussing about ME48, right? Or 45. So there, if you see that the screen, it will be only we can enter only one code. If I enter ME45. ME5 I can see only I can enter only one code, release code. So that means I can approve only one level. But if I go to ME29 here, I can do the n number of. That means if I have the 4 levels, I can do 4 levels at a time. It means one by one I can do here only. Clear? But again in real time, every code have their own approvers. Okay. So how that approvers will work? There will be a workflow which is there. Again the configuration, material management. The purchase order, release strategy, and here if you go to here, it will be workflow. Here there will be enter that group and code and the agent ID. So you can enter the username, of position, person name. Okay, then you can enter. So it will go to that user inbox. Okay, so he only can release this one. So others cannot release. Okay. So yeah, you are asking some question. Shankar, you are asking something?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is the way we can do. Here you can easily remember that the print transaction code. If it is started with ME9A, that is RFQ. if it is started with ME9F, it is a purchase order. How it will be like? Because if you remember that in the table which I explained, that the external purchasing document can be differentiated based on the document category. So document category A, it is RFQ, and F, it is the purchase order. So here just ME9A. A means RFQ, ME9F, it is a purchase order, ME9K, it is a contract, ME9L, this is agreement. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So this is the way we'll be creating the purchase order.